Hi everyone, and welcome to the Free Range Diva. I have a foundation that I'm testing out today. It's a full coverage foundation and it's from a company called OMIANA. And I wanted to show you how it works on my skin and what my first impressions of it are. So before I get into that though, I want to say thank you to everyone who was for your enthusiastic response to my last video on hair care and hair thinning. I really appreciate everyone that shared your stories and left me recommendations. You've given me a lot of things to follow up on and research, and I love that there's so much out there that can, help with this issue. So thank you for that. So let me tell you a little bit about OhMyAnna. They are a clean beauty company. They make mineral and natural makeup for people with sensitive skin. Their makeup is they have titanium dioxide free as well as mica free options. Some options are also gluten free, and they have no talc, no parabens, and no nanoparticles in their makeup. Their makeup line is also corn free too. I called and they confirmed that they don't use corn in any of their products, which is what brought my attention to it. And indeed, if you have some sort of sensitivity to an ingredient, you can. They have their products grouped by titanium dioxide free, gluten free, and then each product lists on it as well what it doesn't have as well as what it does. So if you are someone who can't tolerate something, they absolutely specialize in makeup. This might be a makeup line that certainly worth taking a look at. Let's see. They have loose, pressed, and liquid foundations, as well as concealers and complete makeup line. They have a sample program. Their samples are $3, and they have a full coverage foundation that also happens to be matte. So, and I know that there are those of you out there that are interested in that. So that's why I ordered up some samples and tested it out. And now I'm going to show you what happened. Here we go. Okay, here I am. So I think I told you all the details in the intro. If there's anything left out, I will add it at the end. But yes, so the foundations, I picked up 2 samples, and these samples retail for about $3 each. So I got 2 samples of the Intense Coverage Matte Liquid Foundation. I got roasted sesame and almond. I'll start with roasted sesame because I think that one is going to be the closest one to me. There we go. Let's get this open. And this foundation comes in 15 shades. It is vegan and gluten-free. And it sells for, it's actually currently on sale right now for $40 for 30 mils. I'll let you know when I put this up if that sale is still going on. Regular price is $45, and that's, again, for 30 mils. So let's get some color on my face and see what works. Okay, so this is the roasted sesame, and already it feels very, very light. Let's try the almond. I think that roasted sesame will probably be the one I'll end up going with. I try to match undertones and then worry about light or dark. Oh, okay, but I don't know if you can see, but this seems to have a closer undertone to me. No, this is the almond right here, seems to be a closer shade match, but this sesame, the undertone seems to work better. This looks a little orange on my face. I'll put a little more on there. Now you can see that better. That is very close though. Let's just see. Just want to see what that, well, maybe I will go. Oh, this has a really pleasant scent. What is that? I can't put my finger on it. I'm getting a little bit of vanilla. It's not strong. Yeah, I think the sesame might be a little too light, so we'll go with the almond and then see what we can see. Let's start with one side of the face. I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics flat top foundation brush. Ooh. You know what, that's pretty. I need more though. It's interesting. I think it just might be a little too orange red for me. This is giving me really good coverage. But I think the undertone is a little too beigey, so I'm going to try the other one on the other side, the other shade on the other side. So this is good coverage. It's a buildable coverage. I do like the roasted sesame shade, getting it off my finger, a little better, closer. It seems to be a better match, I think, than the almond, even though it appeared to be a little too light at first. I don't know. We'll wear it, see how they both react to my skin over the course of the day. I like that this is buildable, so it helps if you're not getting the coverage you want. You know what, let's just I'm going to grab the beauty sponge. This is definitely buildable. It's giving me a much fuller coverage. Than, say, the Juice Beauty, which I normally use, which is a much medium, it's almost sheer to medium coverage. This is definitely medium, buildable to full, and it feels really nice. It feels very nice on the skin. It's very light, very lightweight, not sticky. It's actually absorbing into the skin, as you can tell, and it's matte. Because I'm kind of glowy normally anyway, and so it may be coming off glowy on camera, but looking at it in the mirror, this is quite matte. I also picked up a sample of their Mineral Veil setting powder and their concealer. This is the medium light gold color in their matte intense concealer. Here's what the concealer looks like. Just going to go in with my finger and see what's what with that. With this shade. Shade might be a little too light, but it does cover. You know, I have some serious dark spots on there underneath. You know, serious discoloration, darkness, and that's gone away. And that didn't take. It's this is very thick. But it's giving me plenty of coverage, and I'm not having too much trouble blending it out. Doesn't seem like it. And I'm not using a lot either. We'll get this with the blender sponge as well. So yeah, it seems it's blending in very well. I mean, it is a tad light. So I might look at a shade to see what their next shade darker looks like. But, or at least you can obviously call them or email them and ask them their advice on shade matching as well. But I think, sorry, I'm like dry. I think that I like the formula. We'll see how it wears over the course of the day. And I like the coverage. Now the last thing that I picked up from them was a sample of their Mineral Veil setting powder. Here it is here. It's a white translucent powder. I'm going to put it in. Always looking for ways to use stuff I have. I'm going to put it in here so it's easier to get it out with my big fluffy brush. So let's try here first. And then go in with the big brush and set the whole foundation. Ooh, this powder feels really nice going on. Now I think it's giving me a little bit of a white blowback on the camera. You can tell me, but if this powder comes in other shades, I would probably go with something that's a little more tinted. But again, given time, this may go ahead and adjust. So we'll see. But there is my OhMyAnna base. OhMyAnna, yes. So here's what it is. I'm going to go ahead and put my makeup on, the rest of it, and then I'll come back and give you my thoughts. So first of all, I don't know if you can tell in this light, but I think that powder is a little too reflective. My skin tone seems to be much lighter, or at least there seems to be like a sort of sort of a wash of something of a pale something on my face. I did bronze up a bit to help tone it down, and but the foundation, I don't know if you can tell from one side to the next now that I'm getting more light coming from this direction. But I'm just going to move a little bit to see if you can tell which one is a better match. I think I'm leaning more towards this one, but I'm not sure. So yeah, if your computer screen is better than mine, then let me know what you think, down below. I'm not sure. So I don't think that the mineral powder would work, the Mineral Veil, although it's a beautiful soft texture. I mean, it's really, really finely milled. So I just feel like it might be a little too light reflective for my skin tone. The concealer, as you can see, at least I can see in the mirror, hope you can see, the darkness that I have in this area and right up in here is starting to come through. So with this concealer, I would definitely have to put on a corrector before I used it. Otherwise, the performance was great. It didn't tug or pull, and it seems to be on more not oily at all, so I think that it will likely last all day. If I do have any problems with it breaking up or anything like that, I will let you know. I'll put in a note at the end or come back. Update. Both the powder and the foundation shades did eventually adjust to my skin tone without oxidizing. And the concealer did not budge all day. And but as far as the foundation itself, love this formula. It's very, very lightweight, very, very more, it's almost like a serum texture to me, much more on the sort of watery, serum-y side than on a more oily, heavy side. So you don't feel it on the skin at all. It definitely dries down matte. The finish is beautiful, and I get really good coverage with it. So I am really happy. Of what I've tried, the 3 products I've tried, I really, the foundation is my preference. So that's my review and first impressions of OhMyAnna. Their liquid foundation, full coverage, their concealer and setting powder. If you've enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you have, if you've tried anything from OhMyAnna and what you thought of it. And anything else that makeup-wise that you'd like to see from me, let me know about that too. All right, so if you haven't subscribed already, please do, because I would love to have you, and that way you won't miss my next video. And until then, I wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Bye, everybody.